You are racing the clock and not each other. Sort yourselves out on the tone. Yeah, watch your six pack. Watch your six pack. Bain, get this one. Just push it around. That's it. Good job. You're clear. One down, four to go. Orlando out front. His fast lap's a 14.3. A 14's now a 14.2 for Orlando. A 14.6 for Tanner. A 14.8 for Tyler. 16.4 for Luke and a 19.0 for Brandon. That was Luke rolling it at the end of the six pack. Brandon Stroud in the green car. Orlando, different colors than normal, I think. On a 20.05 pace, Tyler 25.12, Tanner 25.14, Luke 17.15, Brandon 16.15. Brandon just turned his best lap at 16.4. Watch heat at the end of the six pack. It's clear. Orlando another 14.2 that time by. Orders now Orlando, Tanner, Tyler, Luke, and Brandon as we approach a halfway point. Orlando 14.4. Trouble at the end of the six pack. I thought that might happen. We got three going together side by side through the six pack, and none of them make it out clean. Two to go. Orlando's still on a 25.06 pace. Everybody else has dropped down to 19 or less. Minute and a half to go. Tanner back on a 20 lap pace, 25.14. Turning a 14.8 that time by. Backs up the 14.8 with a 14.9. Orlando 25.09.
1 minute left.
Into the final minute of this one. It's Orlando, Tanner, Tyler, Luke, and Brandon. Orlando with a nice run through the six pack up over the tabletop. He's right there with Ty Baker, not for position. Tyler is a lap down or more. Well, a lap down now. Orlando, Tanner, Tyler, Luke, and Brandon. 25:07 pace for Orlando. Master clock has expired. Keep going until the computer calls you done.
Luke Hart done. Orlando Martinez done.
Orlando
Tyler
takes that
Baker
25:06.
Brandon Strang
Tanner
done.
25:08.
Tanner
Tyler a
Slover
19:07.
The
Luke
race is
17
completed.
flat. Brandon 16:02. Thank you. Once again, guys who are out here marshaling, if you grab a blower, blow off half of the track, then we can have a clear track. Otherwise, we'll be going. Guys coming on the track, hold up for a second. Hold up for a second. I need the racers from the last race back out to marshal, along with at least one volunteer. Once again, marshals, when you are done,
of the race.
if one will grab a blower at each end, blow the track off, we can have a clean track for every run. If not, I'm going to abandon that and we'll blow them off after the round. Everybody walked off that time except for Jason, who's ended up doing the whole track. All right, you can go around Jason. Looking for a check from Dylan Becker. There he is up there, so he must be out there. Ken Nickel looking for a check from Ken. Need one more marshal. I got a spot in the back by the banner.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, thanks, Ken, for letting me know. Ken won't be in this one. Need a marshal in the back by the banner, please. For the back double, need a marshal in the back for the banner. Come on, guys. Need one marshal in the back for the banner. One marshal in the back at the banner. Marshal in the back at the banner. Need a volunteer out there. Yeah. All right, let's shut down the straightaway. Stop them when you bring them around. All right, let's get them all pointed in the right direction. Leave them pointed in the right direction. You will be racing the clock, not each other. And roll them off on the tone. right, just about a minute into this one. Fast lap is Dylan Becker, 14.4. Matt, a 14.9. Austin, 14.8. Jackson, a 16.0. Now Austin with a 14.3, taking fast lap away. Currently on a 21 lap pace, but it's very early in this one. Now Becker moves to the top of the chart, 25.03. Matt McGee, 25.04. Austin, 25.08. Just a second separating all those three cars on the master clock. Dylan Becker comes by, 25.06 pace. Austin, 25.08. Matt, 25.07. Jackson, 17.09. Now Matt taking over the top spot, 25.08. Dylan at 25.11. Austin dropping down to a 19.02 at the halfway point. Austin still has fast lap of 14.3, but Matt has the lead on a 25.08 pace. He's just a couple tenths ahead of Dylan Becker and about 3 seconds clear of Austin Smith. 3 down and 2 to go. Got to pile up at the beginning of the straightaway. Austin and Dylan side by side through the six-pack. They are separated by 2.5 seconds on the clock, even though there's only a few car lengths between them on the track. Austin is ahead on the master clock, so Becker has to get around Austin and get a little room if he wants to move back up into the second spot as we approach 1 minute to go.
1 minute left.
Couple quick laps there for Austin, moves him to the top of the chart. Austin, Matt, and Dylan separated by 3 seconds. All of them on 20 lap paces, all of them a little slower than Orlando's TQ. Matt turned to 14.8 that time by his best. 14.4 for Dylan, his best. Austin and Dylan still together on the track. Dylan has trouble off the six-pack. Austin makes it through. Master clock has expired. Please go till it calls your name.
Little Perm done. Dylan Becker done. Matt McGee done.
Austin is done. Matt is done. Dylan is done. Looking for Jackson to finish. Austin turns his best lap of the race on the last lap at 14.3. Finishes with a 25.07. Matt with a 25.09. Dylan a 25.13. Jackson 17.522. Somebody want to grab a blower down this end and blow off? Kind of start in the middle and work your way around. That's good. With only one heat worth of dust, this should not take long, guys. Brandon, jump over here. Go down the straightaway, and then that'll work. All right, you're done. I get everybody checked in here.
2 minutes to the
Stevie,
start of
Nick,
the race.
Jason, Jack, and Dwight. 3 17.5 cars, 2 mod cars. They will be scored separately. As soon as I set the computer to do that. Get the racers from the last race and a volunteer to marshal, please. You're not in this one, Bain. Bain, you're not in this one. Looking for a check from Nick and 2 marshals. Check from Nick and 2 marshals,
1 minute
please.
to the start of the race.
I need 2 marshals, one on the bucket and one up in the back corner, please. Help me out, guys. That looks like Dennis is going to take the bucket. Thank you. I need somebody in the back corner. Thank you, Tanner. Yeah, looks like you're headed there. Thank you. All right. And shut down the straightaway. Huh? I give you. All right. You are racing the clock, not each other. Roll them off on the tone. Nick comes by with a 13.0. Stevie a 14.7. Jason a 14.6. 15.8 for Dwight. Or for Jack, 19.1 for Dwight. Again, the 3 17.5 cars are going to be scored with the other 17.5 cars. And the 2 mod cars will be scored separately. 13.095 best lap for Nick Gibson so far. Jack with a 15.5. Dwight a 17.0. 17.5 order is Jack, Jason, and Dwight. Nick and then Stevie in mod. 13.017 for Nick that time by. Minute and a half down, 3.5 to go. Gibson goes by with a 13.3. He's on a 23.512 pace. Jack a 19.02 leading the 17.5 group. Car stuck between the pipes. Jason and Jack, they're together on the track. They're 1 and 2 in 17.5 in the opposite order of what they're running on the track right now. Separated by 0.2. Oh, they both have trouble in the six-pack. Jason getting back underway. Jack having more trouble, I guess, popping a ball cup. He had his best, both had their best lap of the race last time by. 14.6 for Jack, 14.5 for Jason. Nick Gibson comes by, 13.0. Three down, 2 to go. Stevie comes by a 13.3. 23.512 for Nick Gibson. Dwight turned 16.4, his best lap of the race. Overall leader Nick Gibson there, another 13.0, goes triple through the six-pack. Up over the tabletop, back double at the top of the track, and back to start finish with another 13.0. That's 1, 2, 3 in a row. He's now on a 23.09 pace. That's Nick and Stevie in the white cars. There comes Jack Foster, a 17.0. He's 6 seconds behind Jason in the second spot. .1906 pace for Jason. Would make him the number 6 qualifier in 17.5. 1913 for Jack would make him the number 8 qualifier in 17.5. Stevie with his best lap of the race, a 13.3, but I think that was him having trouble in the six-pack. Nick now in the 12s, 12.97 on a 23.09 pace with 20 seconds left on the master clock. Jason leading the 17.5 group. Master clock is expired. Keep going until the computer calls you're done.
Stevie Slover done.
Which should be everybody
Nick
as they
Gibson
cross.
done.
Nick another 12.9. This
McLaren
time a
done.
12.91 at the end for 23.508. Keep them rolling. Looking for Jack
Foster
and Dwight
done.
to finish. Looking for Jack and Dwight to finish. All right,
D.
there everybody's in.
Done. The race is completed.
Next up, race number 4, 21.5 two-wheel drive buggy. Bain, Jeff, Luke, and Dave need the racers from this last race back out to Marshall and some volunteers.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, track's blown off. We just need all the racers to check in. I need marshals to the marshal spots. Here, I need one more down this end, it looks like. If Stevie, Jason, and Nick stay down, Nick, I need you. Well, I need 3 down here. I need one. So if you 3 are down there, that's fine. I need one more down this end. Need another marshal down this end, back up at the top of the tabletop. Looking for a marshal, please. Looking for a marshal, please. Looking for a marshal, please. Looking for a marshal, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
I need a marshal. My kingdom for a marshal. I don't have a kingdom. All right, thanks, Tanner. All right, let's shut down the straightaway. Jeff, Luke, Dave, Bain. You are not racing each other. You are racing the clock. So separate yourself some here at the start. Roll them off on the tone. One down and 4 to go. Dave Strand out front on an 18:01 pace. Luke, Jeff, and Bain. Dave Strand with a 15:09 fast lap. Luke a 16:09. Jeff an 18:03, and Bain a 22:5. Jeff is 16:2 that time by, his best so far. 1.5 down, 3.5 to go. Two down, 3 to go. Jeff Porter comes by 16:5. Bain on a 13:8. Luke and Dave come by. Dave, your leader, on an 18:02. Luke on a 17:14. It's like Luke had popped the ball cup, got it back on. Your leader coming down a straightaway. 16-1. 18:02 his pace with a minute and a half to go. A few more laps in the 16-second range, and he may get up to a 19-lapper.
One minute left.
18:504 for Dave. Then Luke, Jeff, and Bain into the final minute of this one. Thirty seconds to go. If Martin's here, you want to run? Oh, all right. Oh, okay, all right. All right, less than 5 to go. Master clock has expired. Jeff, keep going.
Dave Strand done.
Dave, you're done. Luke, you're
Haas
done. Jeff and Bain will be done when they cross the line down here in front of me.
Bain so least done.
Waiting on the date. Is Dave off?
Jeff Porter done.
Or,
The race
Jeff.
is
Yeah,
completed.
Jeff's not. That was Jeff. I was waiting on. I'm sorry. All right, everybody's done. Dave takes it 18:04. Luke 16:03. Jeff 16:18. Bain 13:13. Moving on to race number 5, our heat of stadium truck. Only got 2 cars in this one. Yeah, if you would. I will need the marshals to get the racers from the last race back to Marshall, please. And a couple volunteers. Ken Nickel with the Wonder Woman paint job. Thank you. All right, now if I could get marshals, we'd be in all set. I'm probably going to need, I got 1, 2.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Dave will be coming out, then I'm going to need 2 volunteers. I will need 2 volunteers. Oh, no, Dave's not going to be coming out because Dave is going to be in this one. That's right. So I'm going to need 3 volunteers. 3 volunteers, please. At least 2. At least 2. But ideally 3. Purdy, please. You don't hate volunteering any more than I hate asking for them. Up in the back, if you want, either the bucket or up in the back. I need one, at least 1 more, preferably 2.
1 minute to the start of the race.
I got a seat for somebody on the bucket. And then we're probably going to go with that. Need a volunteer, please. I got 20 people registered today. I've got 3 on the track, well, 4 on the track and 3 on the stand. That leaves 13 of you out there. I need 2 of you to volunteer to marshal, please. And then I'm going to need volunteers next round. If there was some other way to do these races, I guess we could run them all without marshals. That would be interesting. Need at least one more. One more, please. One more, please. Thanks. Luke, move to the other bucket for me, please. That bucket really belongs back where Jeff is. I'm not sure how it got put where it is. I don't think we've used anybody there at all. All right. Jeff's going to take the bucket back, and then we're going to roll off the start. You are racing the clock and not each other, and you'll roll them off on the tone.
The Ninja. Brandon Strand. Dave Strand.
Ken Nickel back out here after a bit of a layoff. He's running up in the top spot right now on a 19:11 pace with a 16:3 fast lap. Dave a 17:0, Brandon a 17:3. Now Dave down to a 16:6. And the 2 strands come together. We'll both get them back underway. A minute and a half down, 3.5 to go. Dave Strand had just taken over the lead on the clock, but probably gave that back to Ken. Yep. 18:06 for Ken. 17:07 for Dave. And 16:06 for Brandon. Ken, a new best lap of the race, 16:28. Dave's best of 16:06. That one not that good, a 22-second lap. Brandon coming by here on a 16:8, his best of the race. 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Oh, Ken with a little bit of trouble. He had just turned a 15:7 best lap of the race by anyone. Dave just turned a 16:1, his best. Oh. Ken a 15:6. Then some trouble in the 6-pack, a minute and a half to go. Brandon a 16:4, his best. Oh.
1 minute left.
The end of the last minute of this one. It's Ken, Brandon, and Dave. 17 flat for Ken. 16-2 for Brandon. $30 seconds left. Oh, Brandon off like one of my golf shots, ending up on the wrong fairway. And Ken upside down in the six-pack as the master clock expires.
Dave
is done. Brandon is done. And Ken will finish when he gets here. Voila.
The Ninja done.
Ken takes it 17-15. Brandon 16-06. Dave Strand 15-01. Race number 6, 13.5 four-wheel. Gonna need a full complement of marshals for this one. I think that means if you're not in it, I need you out here to marshal, please.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
I think I have all my racers checked in. I need, if you're in the pits, I need out here to marshal, please. I need, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to need 4 more. One, two, three, 4. I'm going to need 3 more marshals. 3 more marshals. Thank you, Jason.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Looking for additional marshals. Needing additional marshals. Need 1 more. 1 more. I'll go with 6, but I'm not going to go with 5. Need 1 more marshal, please. Looks like Lane is coming. Thank you. Tabletop. All right. Let's shut down the straightaway. All right. So you guys are kind of lined up there. Let's roll off in the order you are lined up. I don't recognize all the car colors, but you guys know if you're behind another car or not. So roll them off in the order you're lined up to avoid complete mayhem here at the start. On the tone. Who didn't I get? Orlando? All right, a minute in this one. Jack Foster sneaking to the top of the chart, a 14.6 for his best lap. Austin Smith, his best lap of the race, a 13.5. Then Dylan, Dennis, Luke, Robert, Jackson. Orlando not making the start. In the six-pack, in the six-pack. Dennis comes by. Luke, Austin. That was a hard hit for Jackson. And Robert. Dylan turning his best, 14.6. Robert a 14.8. Austin still with the best of the race, a 13.2. Austin also has the lead by 7 seconds over Becker, who just turned a 14.5 for his best. We're at the 2-minute mark, just past it. Dennis coming by in the third place. Then Jack, Robert, Luke, and Jackson. Just past halfway. What? Robert having trouble on the six-pack. He'd been working his way up. Three down, 2 to go. Austin Smith, your leader on a 22-12 pace, followed by Dennis. No, now Dylan moving past Dennis by less than a tenth. Who was that rolling down? It was Jackson. 13.0 fast lap for Austin Smith, best of the race so far. Then Dennis with a 14.1, Dylan a 14.4, Jack a 14.4, Robert a 14.8, Luke, Jackson, and Orlando not making a start. A minute 15 left in this one.
One minute left.
Into the final minute of this one. It's Austin Smith with a lap lead on the field. Then it's Dylan, Dennis, Jack, Robert, Luke, and Jackson. Jackson pulling his car off. I think they had a problem. Luke just turned a 14.8, his best lap of the race.
Dennis Keith done.
And Dennis is done.
Jack Foster done. Robert Summers done. Little Perm done. Dylan Becker done.
All right, and looking for Luke to finish.
Luke Hart done. The
All
race
right, everybody's
is completed.
done. Austin takes it 22-5-10. Dylan, Jack, Dennis, Robert, Luke, Jackson, and Orlando not making the start. Race 7, the last race of this round coming up. Mixed T to stock slash and short course.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Need the racers from the last race out to Marshall. Shouldn't have to ask for volunteers if we get all those racers out.
1 minute to the start of the race.
Yes. And it's not like it's going to make a big difference with this group. Looking for a check from Jason and the rest of the 13-5 racers. Jason's not going to make this one? Okay. So I got 5 of the 8 13-5 racers looking for one more for up in the corner. All right, this is what we're going to have for this round. Jason's not going to make it, so we could line up on the other side of the start finish. And you're racing the clock on the tone.
D. White Souls, Zane Solis, The Ninja, Jason McLaren on.
I don't know why it's doing that. One down. 4 to go. Dwight on a 17-17 pace. Ken on a 15:05. And Bain a 10:14. So let's see. Dwight not running a stock slash. Two and a half down, 2.5 to go. Dwight on a 17-18 pace. Ken 16:06. Ken with fast lap 17:1. Dwight 17:4. Ken Nickel out front, 17.5.15. No, Dwight just coming by at 17.5. They're both 17.5.15. They're separated by 0.2 of a second on the master clock.
1 minute left.
$16.8 for Ken. Fast lap of the race belongs to Dwight, a 16.7. Ken has the lead right now, 17.11, but I think Dwight may take it back this time by. Yep. Dwight in the lead now by 0.05 of a second. Master clock has expired. Keep going until the call you're done.
D White Souls done. The Ninja done.
All right, everybody is done. Ken going to take that at the end, 17.5.16.
The race is completed.
If I could get some help blowing a track off, we're going to aim to go at 3:30.